Hello viewers. Welcome to a new tour guide. Today we will about how to get around by car in California in the United States of America. This is the 4th episode. You can watch our first, second, third episodes and check the I button if you want. If you like this video, please subscribe to our channel, so let's go. In addition to interstates and US highways, California has one of the most expansive state highway systems in the United States. As with all long-distance trips in the United States, a car is generally the best way to get around and see destinations, especially rural ones. However, the journey from the northern end of California to the southern end can take over 10 hours as the state's varied and rugged terrain can pose obstacles to the road network. The coast routes, State Route 1 and US 101, are much slower and windier than Interstate 5. GPS travel estimate times may be inaccurate, especially on Highway 1. Most California drivers are courteous and careful, although speeding is rampant, and California's safety and ease of driving are comparable to most wealthy countries. Exceptions may be found in the most congested areas of San Francisco and Los Angeles, where potholes, road rage, and reckless driving are commonplace, and some country roads in mountain ranges. Information about vehicle collisions and other non-congestion traffic problems on highways is reported online at web links. Most online map sites track traffic congestion. Gasoline prices are higher than in other parts of the U.S. Consider public transit in highly populated areas such as the Bay Area, where prices are incredibly high. Freeway signage and cautions. California uses the MUTCD or Manual on Uniform Traffic Control Devices lane marking system standard throughout the United States, in which dashed white lines divide lanes of through traffic and yellow divides opposing traffic, with single run indicating passing and double solid indicating no passing. In many urban areas, the lane markings are replaced by dots for additional tactile feedback when crossing lanes. The network of freeways in major population centers is often confusing and intimidating to those unfamiliar with the area, so having a good map is very helpful. The great majority of exits from freeways are on the right. At interchanges between freeways, in most cases, the flow of traffic continues through the left lanes with the transition to the other freeway being in the right lanes. At certain freeway interchanges, Caltrans or California Department of Transportation is notorious for posting advance direction signs that do not correctly explain which lanes correspond to ramps. Additionally, Caltrans does not always post signs warning of upcoming lane drops or merges. For example, where a freeway has 3 through lanes, and the central lane splits into 2 lanes, thus resulting in 2 ramps with 2 lanes each, the advance signage may incorrectly imply that only the right lane will break off for the upcoming right side ramp, thus causing visitors driving in the middle lane to merge unnecessarily into the right lane. And the 2 lanes on the right side ramp may suddenly merge into each other without any warning. These issues frequently result in visitors making wild last-minute lane merges. The 2009 National MUTCD is intended to remediate this problem, as seen in California and several other states, by mandating detailed arrows on direction signs that clearly show which lanes split into new routes at upcoming interchanges. Still, California has not yet implemented the new MUTCD standard. Thus, one should approach major freeway interchanges in California with caution. Mile-based exit numbering is in progress but is still very erratic in areas. An exit number may not be marked at all, may be marked on the last directional sign before the exit, or may be marked on the final exit sign where the exit ramp separates. Ramp meters. The access ramps to a freeway may have traffic lights for each lane called ramp meters or ramp metering lights. You'll see warning signs, meter on. The traffic light spaces out the vehicles attempting to merge onto the freeway during high traffic times. Read the sign below the light, as ramps can allow 1 to 3 vehicles per green light. Most ramp meters are for ramps from local roads to a freeway, but some junctions have meters on their ramps. Toll roads and bridges. Most highways are freely accessible, although there are a handful of tollways and tolled lanes on otherwise freeways roads. Most Southern California toll roads have no toll plazas. In most cases, you must have a FasTrak account and transponder, see below, to drive and pay the toll. On the other hand, all major bridges in the San Francisco Bay Area have toll plazas, with tolls charged on traffic in only one direction. All Bay Area toll plazas have cash lanes, except the Golden Gate Bridge, which takes photos of the license plates for non-FasTrak vehicles and bills the owner later. Human toll collectors staff cash toll lanes. California toll plazas do not have exact change lanes where drivers may toss change in a basket without stopping. All California toll roads and toll plazas also accept FasTrak electronic toll collection transponders, which can be used throughout the state. FasTrak is not compatible with any other state's etc. system. Going through a FasTrak only toll plaza lane or toll road without a transponder or an active FasTrak account with which your car's license plate is registered will result in a costly ticket. HOV, carpool lanes. Some freeways have a high-occupancy vehicle lane on the far left. This lane, also called the carpool lane or diamond lane, is marked by 1. A diamond symbol painted on the road surface. 2. Signage on the wall separating the two sides of the freeway, with the diamond symbol. 3. There is a double yellow line on the road surface, only in Southern California. Some freeway access ramps have carpool lanes, too. Often, the non-carpool lanes will have ramp meter traffic lights while the carpool lane has none. In most cases, the carpool lane is only for vehicles with 2 or more persons inside, motorcycles, and clean air vehicles with government-issued, Access OK, stickers. Sometimes, 3 or more persons in a FasTrak transponder may be required, so check the signage before entering a carpool lane. Carpool lane restrictions may be enforced 24 hours every day, or only when the signage says so. In those cases, it's usually only during rush hour on weekdays. Carpool lanes in Southern California have limited access points marked by a dashed white line. This is the only point at which a vehicle may legally enter or exit a carpool lane, since you are not allowed to cross a double yellow line. The minimum fine for unlawful use of a carpool lane is $490. Traffic safety and law enforcement. All persons in a moving vehicle must wear a seatbelt. The driver and passengers can be individually ticketed for failing to do so. Motorcycle riders must wear a helmet. Cell phone users must use a hands-free headset if talking on the phone while driving. Texting by the driver is illegal. Any action on the phone forces the driver to touch it more than once, and even single-touch activities are only allowed if the phone is mounted securely rather than handheld. Unless otherwise signed, right turns are permitted at red lights following a complete stop. If it is raining hard enough to require you to use your windshield wipers, California law requires that your headlights be turned on. California does not have stationary photo radar cameras to deter speeding like other countries, and mobile-covered photo radar units are rare and experimental. However, most California police officers carry radar guns and use them often. On rural freeways, the California Highway Patrol occasionally flies aircraft overhead to spot speeders and help ground units home in on their positions. Red light enforcement cameras are used at many urban intersections. Still, they are usually marked only by a single, photo enforced, sign before the meeting. The cameras must obtain a clear view of the driver's face and license plate before a ticket may be issued. California's laws against driving under the influence of alcohol are stringent. The maximum permissible blood alcohol concentration is 0.08%. All drivers are strongly encouraged to call 911 to report drunk drivers. California requires disabled out-of-state visitors to apply at the Department of Motor Vehicles for a travel placard for handicapped parking. It's valid for 90 days. Travelers with a non-US driver's license are generally permitted to drive in California. However, for more than 10 days, travelers in California with some kinds of visas, especially the K-1 non-immigrant visa for future spouses, have run into some difficulties over their residence. The DMV refuses to issue driver's licenses to people with non-immigrant visas. Still, Police have filed charges against some of them for becoming a California resident without promptly obtaining a California license, the same license that the state refuses to issue because they haven't legally become residents yet. This risk may be reduced by giving your non-California address as your place of legal residence if stopped by police. Unlike most states, lane splitting by motorcyclists is legal in California and commonly done in heavy traffic. It's only legal when traffic is going slower than 30 miles per hour. Motorcyclists can only go 15 miles per hour faster than the general traffic flow. Still, many motorcyclists treat this as more of a guideline than a hard and fast rule. As a result, if you're driving a car, take extra care to watch for motorcycles when changing lanes on a major highway. Major highways. Here are some essential highways in California. 1. Interstate 5. Runs between San Diego, Los Angeles, and Sacramento, then north into Oregon and Washington. 2. Interstate 8. Runs between San Diego and Arizona. 3. Interstate 10. Runs between Los Angeles, the Inland Empire, and Palm Springs, then into Arizona and points east. 4. Interstate 15. Runs between San Diego, the Inland Empire, Barstow, Las Vegas, Nevada, and points north. 5. Interstate 40. Runs between Barstow, Needles, then into Arizona and points east. 6. Interstate 80. Runs between the Bay Area, Sacramento, Reno, Nevada, and points east. 7. Interstate 405. Loop around the Los Angeles area. 8. Interstate 580. Connects that San Francisco Bay Area with Interstate 5. 9. State Route 1. Runs up the California coast between Orange County, Los Angeles, Monterey, the Bay Area, and Fort Bragg. 10. State Route 99. Runs along the California Central Valley between Red Bluff, Sacramento, Stockton, Modesto, Fresno, and Bakersfield. 11. U.S. Highway 50. Runs between Sacramento, South Lake Tahoe, Carson City, Nevada, and points east. 12. U.S. Highway 101. Runs between Los Angeles, Santa Barbara, close to the California coast to the San Francisco Bay, Eureka, and points north. 13. U.S. Highway 395. Runs along the eastern Sierras, connecting the Inland Empire and High Desert with Bishop, Reno, and Susanville, then into Oregon and points north. 14. Route 66. Now decommissioned, historically connected Los Angeles, the Inland Empire, Barstow, Needles, then into Arizona and points east. This is all about the 4th episode. Thank you for watching this video entirely. If you want, you can watch our other tour guides about the USA. Then you can visit our channel. If you like this video, I will say again, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you very much.